Video 2 in this new series, the Edexcel GCSE Religious Studies Masterclass. This video is focused on Part A questions. My name's Andy Lewis. I'm an experienced diary teacher and author of various books for the Edexcel GCSE. If you're interested in those, there is a link at the bottom of the video. So, Part A questions. Most of them will begin with the command word outline. The exam boards say you should take 3 minutes, but I always suggest if you can do it quicker than that, that is going to be a real advantage to you because it will give you a bit more time for the longer questions, the part Ds, for example, later in the exam. Always write a sentence for each part of your answer and put each part of that on a new line. I'll show you exactly what I mean in a minute. Don't write too much. Sometimes students want to write a developed point or even a paragraph because they feel they know a lot about this question. It is examining your knowledge and understanding, but it only wants short answers. So here is one example of a question. Outline 3 characteristics of the Almighty. Now, using the same knowledge, if you were to just write a list, one judge and lawgiver, it would only be worth 1 mark. However, putting it on 3 sentences, the Almighty is 1, the Almighty is a judge, the Almighty is a lawgiver, will actually give you 3 marks instead. So make sure you do set it out like that. It's an easy technique to learn and it will maximise the marks you get. There will be some state questions on some of the exam papers. It will only come up in connection to primary religions in the UK. It's unlikely but not impossible you will see one of these questions. It is used in the sample assessment materials and your teacher may well have used a question like this with you. Here's the question. State 3 of the religious traditions other than Christianity in Great Britain. It is as simple as it sounds. Listing Buddhism, Islam, Judaism, Hinduism will get you the marks. With this question, you can actually list. You don't have to write in full sentences. However, if you're in the habit of writing in full sentences, that is not going to be a disadvantage to you. It comes from a little bit of the specification at the start of each religion that says that students need to recognise that Christianity is one of the many religious traditions in Great Britain. Okay, what have the examiner reports said? First of all, be rest assured that actually students generally answer these questions well. You can pick up lots of marks for these if you know your stuff. You must write 3 short sentences and not give your examples in a list. For example, 3 Christian places of pilgrimage are Iona, Taizé, and Jerusalem. These 3 examples, each written into a sentence, would get 3 out of 3 rather than just 1 out of 3. Candidates must pay close attention to the wording of the question and ensure their examples do answer what is being asked. Here, from last year's paper, some students wrote about other events in the Paschal mystery when asked about the resurrection. Was it because they didn't have enough knowledge, or was it because they got confused, or was it because they were just hoping for the best? But it's really important that you know the material, so if it asks for events of the resurrection, you are able to give that. So that is the end of video 2, part A's. Coming up next is video 3, all about part B questions.